And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the quarterfinals. So the quarterfinals of the PiGosaur Monday number 21. And we have our next match. We have our PvP, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the red Protoss player from South Korea, the number 1 seed of the tournament. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless. Here we go. Whew. And again, if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamma time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. herO, he's favored against everyone in the tournament. He is the number 1 seed for a reason, but upsets they have and they can occur. Shameless, he is up against a wall, up against a titan of the scene of StarCraft. I want to believe he can try to bring him to his knees. He can make a series out of this. I want to believe. For now, though, we're settling in. We do have our low ground setups. It's going to be a Gate Cyber Expand. herO, he is one that does enjoy going for a faster Nexus, if at all possible. So if herO can cut some corners, he will. And Shameless is here to stop him. Yeah, Probe does move in position. And we'll block, we'll delay, we'll force out the Cyber Core. There it is, Cyber Core here from herO. Cyber Core from Shameless. So far, so good. Now, if both players are successfully able to block each other, we should see Stargates from both Shameless and herO, and that'll be the beginning of Phoenix Wars. Is going to be where we head next. herO does make his way over. Going for the Nexus. He can't cancel the Zealot. Oh, not quite able to, though. Yeah, the Probe does get here just in time. Is in position. There it is, Stargate from herO. And we should be seeing a Stargate from Shameless. There we go, Stargate from Shameless as well. And this is how Phoenix Wars are born. Again, on some of these maps where you do expand on the low ground, because of the pylon blocks, you cannot take the Nexus, which means you have to go for the Stargate, which means you have to make Phoenixes. As both players scout each other, both players are aware, and we should start, and we should not stop, making Phoenixes. Now, this early Zealot can be a problem, as we do see herO poking up the ramp. But that does arrive, and we'll shut this down, eventually. Zelda's going to be chased back. herO forcing the unnatural natural as the pylon did finish, and herO, he did send the Zelda across the map, of course. So herO gets punished. Adept does get 1 probe kill. The shade was a little bit too soon there for Shameless. Getting ahead of himself. Second Adept is on the way. Phoenixes, they have arrived. But this is still a messy setup here from Shameless. I'm concerned. herO moving in. He's now got 2 Adepts. And now he can one-shot probes. Uh-oh. Yeah, and these 2 Adepts on their own, they may prove to be too much. They will commit to the shade. Probes are going to be going down. Oh, say that. Phoenix does lift in time.
Game pause.
And we do have a pause. Hopefully everything's okay. Whew. Ooh, as it looks like there is a bit of latency here. And hopefully we can clear that up. Ooh. Yeah, here he's saying that he has 500 MS. Or 470, which is a big spike. So just making sure that he, turns off any kind of Steam downloads in the background. Make sure there's nothing going on. Before going back in. All good. Likewise from here. Hope you've all been doing well. Shout out to Erniak in the chat. Aye, aye, aye. TV even. And I'm pretty sure Pig versus Patches must have concluded by now, right? Like, I'm just was never updated on the challenge, unfortunately. I'll get around to it. New stream. Yeah. Yeah, he's it looks like, oh, he beat Patches. He's up against Creator. There you go. He's up against Creator. Otherwise, shout out to Rocklets. I know Rocklets, he's casting in Brazilian. He's also covering the series. We have Enki as well. We have Maple. We have Dave Testa. We have Steadfast. We have Pig, of course. Where's Enki? What's he covering? Enki, he is our Spanish caster, of course. Okay, he's looking for a series. Still looking. Looking for a matchup. Okay. We're settling in.
Game resumed.
As we do jump back into the game. So far, the Adepts, they do get some pro damage. They get 1 so far. Oh! Getting 2. 2 probe kills. That's decent damage. More Phoenixes are amassing. And Shameless is going for a faster second Stargate. Okay. Got my attention. Faster second Stargate. The Adepts, they just keep coming in. Doesn't commit. Not this time. herO pulling away, looking at the Phoenix count. herO is up 1 Phoenix. But the Stargate will make up for that. We'll make up for it. herO will eventually take his natural. We're now just camping the area outside the natural. Stacking up those Phoenixes. Phoenix count is even. Again, stacking is so important when it comes to the engagements. It does ensure that all your Phoenixes are able to attack at once, as opposed to your shots being staggered. Oh. Shameless does pull away. And Shameless will soon have the advantage. Forcing herO back. Shameless is down to 6. Making 2 at a time. herO also making 2 at a time though. Yeah, he has his own second Stargate up and running. So production is neck and neck. And we're waiting to see if anyone does go for a Fleet Beacon. Oh. Shameless does poke in. No Fleet Beacon yet. Of course, the Fleet Beacon is the first big power spike. It does allow you to get into Phoenix range. And into the mothership as well. As Phoenixes are stacking. Your stacking is pretty intense. But last I don't engage yet. Shameless looking for another way in, trying to catch any stray units. He's getting spotted by that probe. Here he does see his movement. And there it is. Shameless, he's the first to go for the Fleet Beacon. Going for the Fleet Beacon, going for Phoenix range. In general, herO, he is more willing to delay his own. We saw that last night against Max as well. But here he was able to rely on his control and out-control Max in the Phoenix Wars. Despite being behind in tech in certain aspects. That was in the Wardy TV Monday. Oh. Shameless does take the center third base. herO going for his own. Does zip in. He wants a Phoenix. Up. He gets 1. He does get 1. Doesn't get 2. Nice PiGosaur here by herO. And here he overwhelms. Yeah, he has a lead. He will overwhelm this. Goes to the dive, chasing him down. And Shameless, he just cannot keep up. All it takes is 1 or 2 losses like we just saw, and that's game. That's game then and there. As the Phoenixes, they will crumble. herO, he overwhelms. And herO, he should not lose that advantage. Not anymore. Just 7-2. And GG gets called. herO, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. herO, he was able to just get that edge initially, catch out 1-2 Phoenixes early on, and that was game. Like, all it takes is to be ahead by 2 Phoenixes or even 1 Phoenix, and you can take the fight, you can overwhelm, and snowball out of control. GG. GG, well played. herO does take a lead, and we'll see if Shameless can bounce back. The pressure is on. Pressure is on. See if he can take it. As game 2 is going to be on Amygdala. Now, what we just saw in game 1 is very unique to El Dorado. What I mean by that is that because there's a ramp coming into the natural, it is standard to open up with that low ground setup and go for a faster expansion and go for a Stargate. That is the standard on El Dorado and on Ultra Love as well. But on some other maps like Amygdala, for example, we should be seeing 2 gate openers and a very different dynamic in PvP. Like, PvP is very map dependent when it comes to feeding towards or not. Very map dependent. So here we should be seeing something very different. Here we go. Are loading in. Roddy Phoenix. Oh no. Not the Phoenixes. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have our red Protoss player. We have our red Protoss leading the series 1-0, and 1 game away from advancing on into the semifinals. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless. So PvP does continue, and again, welcome one and all to Amygdala. Amygdala, here we have a ramp coming into the main base, but no ramp at the natural, so we should be seeing a pylon on the high ground and a 2-gate opener out of Shameless. Now, herO, he has been more willing to open up with a gate cyber expand. herO has been more greedy ever since the latest patch. Not just herO, but Korean Protosses in general have been going for the max pack to opener more and more often. So we might see a bit of a divergence here. And if that's the case, then Shameless is going to be tempted to 1-base all in, assuming that herO doesn't throw down a second gateway. We'll see. He's going for it. 2-gate. Ooh, okay, so 2-gate opener out of herO, 2-gate opener out of Shameless. So far, so good. We are mirroring each other. No one is being greedy. No one is opening up like we saw last game. From here, Cybercores are on the way. And now we'll see if we try to hide a second pylon. I mean, there's no probe in position, so pylon should be thrown down in the main. Both players should scout, they should confirm. There we go, the second pylon for herO. So both players are going to be aware that there is no proxy. From here, we're waiting for the first 2 units. When it comes to the first 2 units of choice, we can open up double Adept, double Stalker, Stalker Sentry, or even Sentry Expand. What do we go for? As we're waiting for the Cybercore. And we have our answer here. It is going to be a greedy build out of herO. It's Sentry Expand. Basically, he starts at Zealot to make it look like he's making a second unit. He should cancel the Zealots and get a faster expansion. Oh, but there's a probe. Yeah, there's a probe block. Cancels the Zealot, starts up a second Sentry. And herO... yeah, the pylon gets thrown down, and he will have to commit to the Sentry. So herO, he won't be able to expand as quickly as he wanted. And Shameless back at home, opening up Stalker Sentry. So standard opener out of Shameless. herO, he attempted a greedy start. Shameless, upon seeing both sentries, should be feeling pretty good about this. As herO can now expand. Meanwhile, Shameless across the map, going for his own expansion as well. From here we can settle in. Ooh, it's going to be a Robo follow-up out of herO. herO, he's very fond of Robo play in this kind of dynamic. In PvP, Robo typically leads into early Immortal production, and this can lead into a 2-base all-in with Glaive Adepts, with a later Twilight Council. Now herO, he's already pushing out. His goal here is to catch out any stray units, to force field the army, and to lock Shameless down. Here's moving in. He wants those force fields. Oh! Gets one Stalker. At least tries to. Sentry goes down. He trades 1 for 2. Yeah, we'll have a better trade here. Gets both Sentries and a Stalker. Very efficient PiGosaur here from herO. And he's not done. He's pushing forward. Coming in with another Sentry. It is going to be a rough trade though, as he does get the final Stalker. Yeah, the final Stalker, the Sentry as well. And in the end, that was just a much better trade here. herO losing 1 Stalker and 2 Sentries for 3 Stalkers and 2 Sentries. Does that trade, gets another Sentry, gets the hell out of here. Oh, tries to at least. They won't be able to recall. Will not recall away. Stalker gets knocked down. From here, we have a gateway explosion. Shameless going into Blink and 2 more gates, getting into a 4-gate setup. Meanwhile, herO, back across the map, has his early Immortal production underway. Now, he doesn't go for Glaives. It is going to be a Blink follow-up with extra gateways. So Blink with a 4-gate setup. Both players, they delay their third bases in favor of extra gateways. So both players being very aggressive, if not safe. Let's say shade in. Probe's going to be going down. herO still being very efficient. Gets 3 worker kills. He can get up to 4. And with that herO, he does maintain a greater economy. And we'll see if Shameless commits. Shameless is moving out. Basically, Shameless, he has an option here to commit into a 2-base all-in, but he doesn't get a proxy. So no proxy, no gateway, I mean. He is still reinforcing. And the problem here is that herO, he has the same gate counts, and he has Immortals as well. So here, he's very well set up here for any kind of defense. As he has 2 Immortals already. Shameless is moving in, but herO, he will shut this down. Catches one of the Stalkers. Shameless trying to kite back. Getting his own 3rd. herO already has his. From here, herO, he defends. He defends, getting a Forge, getting +1. There's the 3rd base for Shameless. herO confirms that there is an expansion. Confirms there's no 2-base all-in. And herO should be feeling pretty good about this. Like, he didn't just see that there's a base, he saw the timing of the 3rd as well. He knows that his is almost done. His opponent's just began. So herO is in a better position from here. +1, charge, extra gateways as well. Getting into a 6-gate setup. The pressure's on. Oh, does force field the Immortals away. Not bad. Immortals are not a part of this. Better trade for Shameless. Blinks on in, does the Immortals. He gets 1. Takes that 1. He wants the other as well. He will get it. Very nice catch. Very nice trade. Shameless, alas, with the boys being pulled with the shield battery, he cannot break this location. But good pickups nonetheless. PiGosaur trading against the army. Pushing into a concave. So he's have to pull away. Still reinforcing. Shameless is up 3 Stalkers. And here he has no Immortals on the way. No Immortals, just Stalkers. Just Blink control. Oh, God. Here it does trade better. Does out-trade. Shameless backs off. Both players working towards +1 in charge. There it is, another Immortal does come in to reinforce. herO holds. herO holds, going for the gold. Looking to get further ahead. And there's still a lot of pressure here on Shameless. Now, there's always potential for a run-by and for a counterattack, like a drop into the main base, Zealot run-by towards the natural, DTs. There's always potential. so far. We're trying to keep up with each other. Players on distance mining. Templar Archives on the way. A little bit faster for Shameless. Is working towards Archons. Here has yet to take up. Focusing on Immortals. Getting his gold. And now we have the Temple Archives. It's a little bit more later here, but it may not matter. Like we may not make use of that timing. See if Shameless does commit. Prism's on the way. More Prism is in production. So Shameless, he should soon move out. Meanwhile, here he's got the gold up and running. He's fully operational. He's going to have an abundance of cells to work with. Again, those Archons for Shameless are going to be so crucial here when it comes to their positioning. Even if herO is up 10 Zealots, it may not matter, depending on how the Archons engage and how they fight. They can shut that down. But it's still just the one Archon. More Archons on the way. Main armies to do clash. Shameless, he does get ahead of himself though. Yeah, and he's pushing into a greater concave. Zealots are going to be going down. The Immortals, they wreak havoc here on the main army, and Shameless is going to lose everything. He wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for a fight. GG gets called. He stumbles upon the army, and herO will claim the series 2-0. We'll advance on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. A stronger start there from herO from almost every aspect. If you recall, he was sniping Stalkers early on, sniping Sentries, able to get a greater fight early on with the Immortals as well, and of course rushing into the gold. So herO, he just skyrocketed ahead. When it comes to that final fight, Shameless, again, he was still reinforcing, still warping in. He wasn't really looking for a main fight, but he stumbled upon herO, forced to engage, and Shameless lost everything. Lost everything then and there. GG. GG, well played. That does lead us here into the semis. herO does advance on into those semifinals, and he's waiting for the winner of Solar and Bunny, as they're currently mid-series. Solar did take down Creature. Did take him down.